We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2026 Pittsburgh Steelers.
On the visiting sideline, there's head coach Shane Steichen. His guys falling in the season opener, getting a second straight road game to start the season. And on the other side, the Steelers head coach. His guys, on the other hand, were winners in their opener a week ago, so they'll try to make it 2-0 to start the season. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarterback.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Now a toss, running left, it's Taylor. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. From the gun, it's Jones. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 7 yards.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
He'll try to run for it, and he'll give himself up after picking up the first down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Colts first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the ground, it's Taylor. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Jalen Ramsey brought him down. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
From the 35, here's second and 3. Downs goes in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up. And now they face third down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So, on fourth down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson. On play action, Richardson. Here's a short one caught by Freiermuth. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second
From the 31, here is second down and 7. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
DK Metcalf was the intended target. And now it's fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we'll have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
There's Shane Steichen, the Colts head coach. His guys head out for their next possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that called in the rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A design run here with Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
A gain of a yard.
To throw is Jones. Crush, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. 3rd down and 9.
It's 3rd down and 9.
Shotgun now for Jones. Pass right. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of the middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Steelers offense ready for their second possession. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week 1 at home. Your fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The UCLA man, the former first-rounder, Latu, having a lot of success here early in the season. 2 sacks in the opener, and he's got another one here. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Richardson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. And the rush gets home. Hill goes down. They got him. 5 times a Pro Bowler. That's Joey Bosa. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season. Here's Matt Araiza now. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And this one's going to land out of bounds as the market inside the 20. Getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Jones. That one complete to Pierce. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
He'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. He takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. They get 21 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Brings up second and 12.
Here's a second and 12.
32-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8.
On third down, they go with 1. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Anthony Gould now to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On first down, they'll start with Taylor. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17, and a very quick first down. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 3-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter as they've got it with first and 10. The design run with Jones. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And you can tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
And it's third.
Now, Jones. He'll look deep, left sideline. That's hard. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
First down.
In motion is Warren. Give up the middle to Taylor. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Going to lose a yard.
Zach's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Here's Jones to throw. Right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the play.
Throwing is Jones on third down. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown Colts. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Colts move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jackson now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. We'll go play action. It's Richardson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have another, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll try to sneak it here, and that'll keep the drive going. He's got the first down, up past the 40-yard line. First and 10.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run the toss with Warren. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
Makes it third down and 12 yards.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
This brought in out past the 20. It's good coverage by Hutchie. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Jones to hang on to it here. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. They'll come up to third and 3. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. He's across midfield, and he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They get an even 20 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to drop him. That is already 6 sacks for him now on this season. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Throwing, Jones. Left side, that is caught by Warren. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Jones to throw for it on fourth down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. Greg, I know you're passionate about this, the change in the evolution of the NFL the last decade, the willingness to go for it even more often now on fourth down, as we've seen here.
Yeah, I think teams just continue to understand the NFL is not about yards, it's not about time of possession, it's about generating big plays, and it's about maximizing every possession you have and sustaining the ball. So when you get opportunities at certain down and distances, at certain parts of the field, to use that extra down, it changes everything. And the last thing I'll say, Mike, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. You don't decide to go for it on fourth down, or at least I'll say the good teams don't decide to go for it on fourth down. They knew they were going for it on fourth down 3 plays ago. They knew on 1st and 10, this was 4-down territory. So first down, second down, third down, the play caller is using that information to say, if I need fourth down, I had it. So I don't need to get it all on second, all on third. So it changes the philosophy and the flow of the play caller, and that players are a lot more comfortable nowadays being in these situations.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. Now Jones on the bootleg. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A run with Taylor. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it! And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First down. A gain of 37 yards.
On the give, this is Taylor. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Indianapolis.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They go right back to Taylor. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Here comes 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Colts extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Steelers 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jackson now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense headed back to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
There on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Once again, it's Warren. And this is going to be a Steelers first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. On second down, Richardson. In trouble, and down he goes.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. Fourth down is looming. Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Jones now on first down. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
That's a gain of 6.
Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And I don't know. I'm not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. And now it is fourth down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now, as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Steelers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Richardson to throw it here on first down. Here's a screen set up for one.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They're down and 3.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 3.
To throw, it's Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. Set to go now on first and 10.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Now Richardson. He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our spin around the NFL starts now. It begins in Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the Broncos in the AFC West. And here is Joe Mixon. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Broncos get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they play host to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is Baker Mayfield. A 4-yard touchdown pass in the box score. The Buccaneers get their first win of the year, and they had to earn it, too. They get the road victory. Lastly, let's go over to MetLife Stadium. The Jets hosting the Minnesota Vikings. And it's the first-round draft pick, J.J. McCarthy. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Vikings are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. With that, we give you a look at the rest of the early games and games still in progress here in Week 2 of the NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. On first down, it's Richardson. A throw downfield caught by Burton. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. Throwing on second down, Richardson. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he'll take this one in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown Steelers. It's his third touchdown catch this year. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
He will get in for the two. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The Colts offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Jones. That one complete to Pierce. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A gain of 19 yards.
19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he'll try to keep his footing. Manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Gun, it's Jones. Headed left, buying time. Jones into the slide, protects himself, and picks up the first down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen. Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards.
In motion is Warren. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
This one could be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Colts will extend their third quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. Forced out left. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on first down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Sauce Gardner, as good as they come. There to knock that one away.
Sets up a 3rd down and
3rd
18.
and long. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a pickup of 6.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Colts first down. Able to get the 3rd down conversion.
the Colts, first down. 2 yards on the play. First down, Colts.
Here's Taylor. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he'll be taken down.
It's a gain of 18.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First down.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another Colts first down. First and goal, Indianapolis.
They'll run here with Taylor. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. Here now, second down and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal. Taylor, and he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up fourth and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have fourth down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Steelers' offense ready to take over once more. They trail here by